Hello, welcome to episode 3 of our Grimwild actual play, The Baron of Brumenn. As always, if you want to learn more about Grimwild or jump into a game, join us on the Oddity Press Discord. It is super fun. Games start up all the time. The link tree's in the description box. Currently, we are getting hype about Max and Pear's newest project, the Wild Frontier Adventure, Weird West style RPG. It's very campy and very fun. But for now, we're playing Grimwild, and let's jump into episode 3, in which the truth is found at the bottom of a teacup. Your weighted dice. Get that wild magic surge.
They're not even. These aren't even weighted, but they don't. They just. Oh, I have friends that I've sent dice to, and they roll really well for them. Like they've come in clutch. Except for
We're
the
never
Bigfoot
gonna get to this
roll,
damn game.
But I'm gonna let that go.
I got my gifts, which I forgot was a part of the warlock.
Yeah, what's your gift die
I
for
rolled
today?
a 2 and a 4. I was hoping I'd get a 1 so I could give you a magic surge somewhere.
I know, that would have been fun, huh? Anyway, speaking of wild magic surges, last game was fun. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did y'all
It'll be
even
fine.
do?
We beat up the Duke.
We did.
Put the treasure in a beehive.
Yes, you
We
did.
grabbed people with shadows.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Turned
did.
into a bear.
Mm-hmm.
We try to turn the Baron's men against him, playing either that they're mercenaries and see that he's weak, or either that they're mercenaries and it would switch over to us, or that they're thugs and would see that he's weak and we are better and they should get out of town, or that they're semi-idealistic people seduced by, the realities of the world, and once he's gone, they'll go back to farming.
Guess you'll find out.
But
Yeah.
I don't think any of our attempts were. I don't think we rolled or narrated any specifics last session.
What did Morley get up to?
Very little from what I remember. If I'm honest, I can't really remember the session at all, and I can't actually remember what voice I do for Morley. So this is going to be.
I don't know that you put on a voice
interesting.
for Morley, do you? Maybe I don't remember either.
Like, I don't think.
You'd think I would go back and rewatch, but I remember throat
Right,
bees rather distinctly.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah, I don't think.
I remember that you were
Morley
very
did
sweet
much.
to the lighthouse keeper, though.
Yeah. You were
Yeah.
really focused on keeping him safe in the whole scenario, which was a good call.
Morley's voice is Alex's filibuster voice. It's, like that's how I remember it.
Also, I honestly can't remember. I feel like it might have seemed like this might have been true, but I remember Sarelle. Either she's convinced and it actually is a thing, or she's just convinced and this wasn't a thing. But it seemed like the Baron might have been working with the specters. So there was that.
Yeah, he was like, "How did you know?" or something like that.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Holy shit! Wait, what? I was right."
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I could remember was that we finished somewhere around trying to decide what to actually do next.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the Baron is actually still present or not.
He is. Yeah, you guys rolled up to the lighthouse, tried to lie your way in, saying that you were part of fire code or accessibility. Didn't work, but you made your way in anyway, and found the lighthouse keeper on the floor getting beaten up by the Baron himself and his men. Baron seemed to be searching the lighthouse for something, was unable to find it. Realized, of course, that what they were looking for was the hairpin in Lily's hair, which is actually the wand of water lilies. Put some respect on its name. And then Emmett punched him in the face and started somewhat of a fight, except some rather clever use of magic by our lovely shadow sorcerer effectively trapped all of the goons where they were, so they could do effectively nothing, because they weren't expecting a fight, so they didn't bring ranged weapons with them, so why would they do that? Attempting to convince the thugs, or cronies, or whatever word you'd like to use for them, to maybe leave the Baron behind, making sure that the lighthouse keeper is okay. The Baron at one point did have control of the wand, but Bear Lillian broke several of his fingers, and he does not have it anymore. It is now in a beehive, surrounded by angry bees, which is great. I love that for me. Yeah, you good? Gotta angle it
Love
just
that for
so.
him.
Yeah. But you guys also effectively paralyzed the Baron. He's currently being held up by one of his lieutenants. You had a conversation at the end of last session about what you're going to do with him. And yeah, everybody take some spark to start with. Go ahead and take one. Make sure that your story is also refreshed. You're going to start with 2 of those. And yeah, the Baron is being supported up by his lieutenant. They exchange a look. And the lieutenant just says, "You're either going to kill us or let us go." So what's it going to be? There are also two other guys, but they are effectively out of this scene for now. They were just kind of lower level goons. But the camera switches to you guys. What are you guys gonna do?
Just confirm the Baron is no longer on the island in the lighthouse with us.
He is. Yeah, you guys are facing him. You guys are all in the same room. Morley and Bram are kind of off to the side. You know, kind of picked him up, cleaned him off, I assume. I think you're still a bear, Lillian, so you can start as a bear if you'd like. I'll make you do that without needing to roll for it if you just want to enter bear sort of thing.
Yes.
Bear enters stage left.
Bear enters stage left. Yeah, exactly. And then Sarelle and Emmett are currently, I guess, staring the Baron down, supported by his lieutenant.
Yeah.
So we're all still in the same room.
Oh, it was exit.
Yeah, well, it was good enough. It's okay.
Exit pursued by a bear.
Yeah, that's Shakespeare, whatever thing.
All right. If nobody's saying loud, if nobody's like making a forward, attempt to do something, my assumption is because Elliott's like the biggest and the stockiest and the whatever, people would like, if at some point the Baron would like look at him for an answer, and he'd be like, he'd like look around, like look at Morley and be like, wait, no, actually, I don't want to delegate anymore. And then he'd like look at Sarelle and be like, and his gaze would like settle on the bear of like, say something.
Poor Morley. He's so trustworthy.
Just like Sarelle, right? Nothing chaotic could ever come of those two.
You can trust chaos to always be chaotic, though.
Yeah, I think in this situation, Sorrelle's good. Oh, go ahead.
I think like if there is more than 5 or 10 seconds of silence, Morley would just go, "Okay then, piss off."
They exchange a look. You're just letting us go?
Well, what's the
Should
plan?
I not?
Yeah, like why would? Is there a good reason why we're not? Are you gonna like try to go back to illegally occupying the town hall?
They exchange a look. No.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Morley?
I have no interest in killing you. I have no interest in tying you up and keeping you here. So, piss off. I want to look after this fella here. Return the book that I said that I was bringing back. And then apart from that, if you're a future concern, then you're of a future concern. But I've got no interest in harming you if I don't have to.
Yep. We got a lot of work to do here. We got the mist to deal with. We got a mayor to elect or reinstate. And I think all of that would be more complicated if we've got your blood on our hands or if you're in jail. So, I'm with Morley. If you could just like start paddling down the river and not come back, that works for us.
I do think if you really want something to do, I'm happy to give you a homework assignment. I think you should really think about how you could be better people.
Well, we should all be doing that all the time, Sarelle.
I think I'm a pretty good person.
Have you tried
I
meditation?
didn't even hit anyone. I just grabbed them with shadows.
I'm gonna pet Sarelle on the head.
The giant bear paw coming down on this little halfling.
Sarelle tries to like sling an arm around her as a bear and realizes like I think her arm just ends up like straight up on the bear's side, and she like makes it a lean instead and tries to make it like casual, and I don't think she's very good at it.
Seeing this, Lillian is gonna move down and let you kind of like sit on her shoulder and then stand back up.
Yeah.
You are very close to the ceiling at this point now, yeah.
She like leans forward on her elbows, like on Lillian's back, and
Very
is like
cute.
just watching what's happening.
The Baron and his lieutenant exchange a very long look. Stretches
What does
on for
Bram
a
have to say
minute.
about this, by the way?
Yeah, Bram, who is currently, still mopping up his injuries, wincing a little bit at his, probably broken ribs. If you're asking my opinion, I'd rather just send him into the mists, but I understand that is a little harsh, but I don't necessarily know that I trust him.
What would you worry about? Do you have reason to think he would try to interfere with either the mists or getting back in the town hall after, clearly knowing that nobody likes him and he can be taken out pretty easily if anyone actually gets around to it?
He just kind of... I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, he doesn't... I can't really speak to that because I just got the ever-living life beaten out of me.
Hey, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm a genuine. That's a genuine question.
I just
We're
feel like people in
just a simple
power aren't
farmer.
likely to give that up so quickly or so easily. And I
Of course
worry
he's
that
going to be a snake. It's what he is. But are any of us here murderers?
I just keep the lighthouse.
No, I mean, I don't think I'm a murderer, but I'm pretty good at tying ropes that'll hold for at least a day or two.
Yeah, but isn't that just what would we want to imprison this individual for?
In case, just if Bram thinks he would be a danger to our plans. I'm not a warden. I'm not interested in dealing with jail and legal courts and all that. But we've got a ritual to run here. I don't know how long it'll take. Bram, do you think this guy would come back and be a pain there?
I don't know so much about... I know a little about rituals, but I feel like if you let him go, he's gonna come back.
Because the Baron hasn't left yet, right?
No, they're still there.
Okay. Okay. Well, she's gonna turn to the Baron, still on Lillian's back. She'll kind of, lean up like a little bit, but knowing the ceiling's there, like she's still really casual. And she's like, "Hey, you Baron dude. I already forgot your name. I would apologize, but you don't seem like a great person, so I'm not going to. What are you trying to do with all this? What's your goal? Like, because it seems like you're just harassing people in the lighthouse for no reason and trying to steal things. So, like, what you doing? What's the plan? Monologue for us."
He and the lieutenant, another long look. And since the Baron is currently paralyzed, the lieutenant speaks for him. I don't really know that that's pertinent at this moment. If you're letting us go, you're letting us go.
I don't know know, it feels pertinent, and if you tell us what the plan is, we could be friends, and I could give you a cup of tea at the tea house.
He
And you
just
can maybe
knocked
even
out
help us
5
with
of
the
my
ritual.
teeth.
Okay.
I could maybe make you shadow teeth. You can try that later.
Also, that's what being a good old country boy is. You
Shadow
can't-
teeth?
You can't not be friends with people just because they knocked out some of your teeth. Then you won't have any friends in town by the time you're 50.
Does he really
What
want to
if-
talk to you, though?
What if I say pretty please? Tell me the plan. Does that change anything?
This for
What if we
D&D, I'd
invited
make
you
you
to
roll
help?
persuasion.
Can roll presence. How persuasive she is.
Alex, what do you got over there? Okay, you keep looking like you're wanting to speak up, so.
Yeah, yeah. The moment has passed. I'm sorry. I will keep myself to myself.
Please don't keep
Could I help
yourself to
Sarelle
yourself,
by
Alex.
looking a little like intimate, like do what my sister says or not, or else, you know, type of thing.
Very ferocious.
Yes.
Hmm.
Probably not at all, but you know, but she's trying her best.
Okay. Yeah, so they exchanged another long look, the Baron and his lieutenant, just kind of side-eye. And the lieutenant... Well, if it'll get us out of this place faster, we are seeking for a way to control the mists. They are becoming troublesome, and we had hoped to find the wand here, which is where we had heard it was last, and use it as part of a ritual to help keep them at bay.
Well, that sounds like we can all be agreed there, right?
Well, then you shoved
Except
it into
wait,
a
Sarelle.
beehive.
Yeah, but
Right.
I mean, listen, I don't want to say you're wrong. I don't want to say you're being maybe a little bit cagey, but Bram here, not that I know you well, but I mean, we could be really great friends in the future, Bram. You seem like a great person.
You as well,
Doesn't
yes.
seem exactly in like great shape for you just like coming trying to do what like he was already trying to do. You know what I mean?
Bram just kind of... What was I trying to do?
Well, we were bringing you the wand to do the ritual to deal with the fog.
No, she was just sent to bring me
Okay.
the wand so I could keep it safe. We
Oh,
assumed
well.
it was safer here than at the tea house, but clearly we were not correct.
Dang.
Wait, were we not sent to help Bram conduct the ritual? When she just said help him conduct the ritual, did she mean the
I don't think
Baron?
she said help conduct a ritual. She just wanted you to bring him the wand.
Yeah. So, this is the thing that I feel like not saying, but because
Letting y'all do it.
I'm pretty sure Morley is just letting them talk at this point. He's just kind of watching and just going, I think we might have our wires crossed here. I think we were just supposed to like bring the thing to Bram. Then we found this fella kicking the shit out of him, and so I thought the question was more like, right. I don't really want to say anything because it's in front of the people that I am fundamentally fighting my entire rebellion against. But I thought that the point of what we were trying to do is kind of to get rid of this guy eventually. Hopefully not via murder, so we can have some sort of decent rebellion against this individual, whilst not potentially empowering him by like chucking him into a mist that we don't entirely know what it does, potentially giving him power over it, and that kind of stuff. So but that might just be what I was confused about. But I thought that we were just like bringing it here, and the weird thing was the fact that the light went out when we would expect it to be on. I don't although I might have forgotten something.
Yeah, the GM nods from the sky. You're correct, Morley St. Clair. Oh my god. Yeah, it was
Sarelle,
just supposed to be an anti-fetch quest. You're just supposed to take the wand to him and then piss off, but alas.
Did we know that the ritual did the one was part of a ritual? Because I feel like
we knew that it is part of a ritual, but that was, I think that was just general information.
oh, okay.
Like getting right. This is a moment where the people viewing this will not have seen this conversation at all. But this is getting back to the conversation we had before we started play today about us getting obsessed about things that potentially, but yeah, like I thought that was just general information, and to kind of confirm that we knew it was something that we like the lighthouse needed and was important in some way. But also that to kind of foreshadow the fact that somebody else could be after it because it is powerful and important.
Ruby, is Lily's connection to her dad and potentially other nature spirits, is that something Emmett would know about?
We've been friends for a long time, so I feel like you've probably seen me call upon them before. I probably rarely do, because I don't need them as much, but you probably seen me call upon, probably especially the air one. I feel like I'd use them as a messenger or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for all the people watching, we did level up, by the way, after last session, so fun fact.
Oh yeah, what did I take? Oh yeah. I think Emmett's gonna try to do something, because he's neither dumb nor uncharismatic. He does have a 2 in both. He just like prefers to play the lute and drink the mead, right? But I think he's going to make an attempt at deviousness here, to intimidate the Baron into thinking that there's forces beyond his ken.
Okay.
He's gonna pretend like, wait, why did I think there was a ritual or something like that, and then he's gonna play up the bee aspect, play up the bee atmosphere, maybe like
The beamosphere?
a lot of the what?
Sorry, carry on.
A lot of all the bees on the flowers outside and stuff start like buzzing, and then like a bunch come and land on the windows and stuff, and he's like, oh, maybe that wasn't me that was supposed to do the ritual. Maybe that was, and I like name a hero from 50 years ago, or I name like a nearby sorcerer or something. Some, the wizard from the wizard's tower over there. Maybe I just got the wires crossed in my head, and I'm like, or they don't know what my powers are. I'll be like, oh, or maybe what's the name of your sea guy, or your air guy, or whoever?
Who, really?
Yeah, Lily.
Oh. Okay, this is where I go to a name dinner.
Okay, well, he'll be like, oh, maybe I thought it was that guy. And, leave the space for Lily to either say something or do something.
Okay.
So yeah, my end goal is to, like, freak him out.
Okay.
So that he will either, whatever.
Fair enough. Alright, Lily.
Okay, I found them. It took me a while to get an air one. Hurricus will be the air one.
Hurricus. Is the air spirit that you are now able to call on. Lovely.
It does say, people recognize me as a person of deep honesty, and only your most hated enemies would treat you with a lack of respect or doubt your word. This art is upheld by your unwavering commitment. You must push yourself to act in bad faith. Am I acting in bad faith here? Because, like, we do actually have connection to the air and water spirits around here, and
Yeah.
I do actually sort of share wires with the people around, some influential people around.
That's a good
I'm
question.
just making the use of them in a dramatic way.
I think it's not necessarily acting in bad faith because you're using it to further what you believe is a good and honest goal. I think it would be
That's
acting
true.
in bad faith if you were lying for nefarious or dumb reasons.
Yeah, or if I was lying to overcome them, right? If I
Yeah.
was lying to defeat the Baron because I don't like him. But like,
Yeah.
I think Emmett genuinely thinks it's probably best for the Baron if he doesn't keep trying to wage this war.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's for everyone's benefit. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're alright. Yeah, Baron and his lieutenant look at each other. Look at the bees on the window. Look at the bear. And the lieutenant speaks up and just says, I don't know about any air spirits, but I imagine they would be very interested in the fog. That is true. With the power of the specters within. But I don't know what good standing around talking will do. So if we've all finished here, I think myself and my men will be making our way out. Leave you to the cleaning up process.
Wait, you're not gonna help with the ritual?
Why would I don't have any knowledge of rituals?
Says. Morley, girls. Bram.
Bram's like, I don't know about rituals. I'm sure one of the books in here will describe something, but you know, that sort of magic isn't really quite my ken.
Can we take a couple steps back here? Oh, she just points to everyone that's not part of our crew. What was this whole kerfuffle happening in the first place and people being beaten up?
We please.
Sorry, I think it was because they wanted to try and get the rod because they wanted to try and do something magical to control the mist.
Okay, but like,
That-
why would you beat him up for it? Like, that seems a little like.
Because they're thugs, and I know some people that will do similar things. Like you ask them, you then ask them again, you then kick them quite a lot to make sure that they don't actually know, because people tend to not like a lot of pain.
They didn't believe that I didn't have it, and insisted that I was
Yeah.
hiding it somewhere in the
It's-
lighthouse.
It's horribly unpleasant, like really
Yeah.
nasty shit, if I'm honest.
Coughs out a little bit of blood. Bram does. Yeah, not my favorite experience for sure.
I'll leave at this point and go and get the water they asked for, like wherever that is.
Yeah, if you've been in the lighthouse before, you can certainly go get him
Sweet.
a drink or something. Yeah.
Cool.
The lieutenant just, if you want to conduct an unknown ritual with that wand, you are welcome to. Hopefully it doesn't kill you. Best of luck with that, I suppose. But are we good to go? I don't know how much help will be in a ritual that we know nothing about. What's that face for? He's so trustworthy, Archer. Come on.
Not just me. Look at Megan's face.
That's just my face.
But I like looking at it, Megan. It's such a nice face.
It's very eepy.
Can I like roll like I don't know what the equivalent of insight here would be, because they said they were the ones to say they were looking for the one for a ritual, and now they're saying they don't know what the ritual is.
You don't need to roll for that. If the player knows it, your character could know it too. If you want to call him out on his bullshit, you are more than welcome to, because he is very obviously bullshitting.
Can I-
Yes.
Somebody else might want to be the one to talk, but I think since he is very obviously bullshitting, I think maybe we need to make them look a little bit more scared. Instead of hurting them or grabbing them this time, I think I'm just gonna go do a little bit of magic, and I think I just want to create shadows and basically dim. Like, especially around them, like, not shadows dark enough that you can't see through, but just, like, basically darken the whole area around them, and, like, mildly, like, maybe, like, slightly ominous way.
Okay. Go ahead and, do you have to roll for cantrips? That's really just kind of a cantrip, just make things dark,
Well,
I'd imagine.
I think that's up to you, because it is using my spellcasting ability paths to do this, so...
Oh, and you're a sorcerer, right?
Yep.
Oh, I see, but yeah, our cantrip spells. Because it says
Yeah.
you always roll,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but yeah, but like you wouldn't roll for
For a cantrip.
for brewing tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, just because it
Can
could
I
be
roll just in
fun.
case there's a wild search?
Yeah, just because it could be fun, go ahead and roll for it.
Okay. Not a wild magic surge.
Damn.
I rolled these dice before the game to be like, you're gonna give me a wild magic surge? And they rolled 2 ones.
You used them up, man. You used them up.
I
Used up all the
know.
ones.
I rolled 2 2s, but not 2 1s.
Oh no, you rolled 2 2s. That's no
And
good.
a 3.
I
It's not
feel like
very
if I
good.
were to do some, homebrewery shenanigans, I would make any sort of doubles be a wild magic surge.
I mean,
Personally,
I'm
but
down
I
with
also
the
am a
on the
slut for
fly.
wild magic, so like,
Listen, I'm down with an on the fly wild magic.
no, because
double
Alex has
call.
given me a look, so I think I'm gonna pass on that because he's
Okay.
given me a look.
Okay.
I'm not looking. Like,
I
I
don't see
possibly just have
nothing.
particularly intense countenance today. But yeah, I'm not looking. That's why.
No, it's all good.
All right. Yeah.
Seeing the shadows darken, I think I would growl in my bear form to, give a more intimidating presence.
I think what'll happen is because you rolled 2s, I think instead of just everything kind of darkening and getting more ominous, I think the area directly around them goes completely dark. Like it just kind of slips out of your hands a little bit, and everything in the room just goes dark. And you hear the Baron's bench like, oh, wait, what the hell? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on in here?
I think Sarelle, like, nobody can see, but in the dark, oh, actually, she's got her little wisps, so cinematic moment, zoom in on her face with her little wisps, and she's like, eyes wide, and she just, calls out, and it's like, just let us know what you're doing with the specters, and then, maybe we'll bring the light back, and maybe you can go then. Just what's going on with the specters?
Where are all of you standing, just for funsies? I think Morley said that he was out of the room. Morley, did you say that you had stepped out for a sec?
Like wherever there would be water and some sort of, I imagine, a tankard or a goblet rather than a glass.
Okay.
But like essentially, because he'd asked for some water, so wherever that is, if that's in the corner of the room, I will be there. If
Okay.
it's out of the room, I will be there.
Okay.
I've been
Emma?
imagining that I've been standing by the door.
Okay.
And then Emmett right beside,
Okay.
because we prevented people from leaving last time.
Yeah, and Sarelle is now riding. So
I think I'm going to spend my suspense from my recap. And Emmett, you feel something shove you to the side as two people go through the door.
Wait, from the back?
No, from the front. They pushed past you and went out of the door.
The people just pushed past me?
Something did, yeah.
Are they invisible?
No, if you turn and look, you see the lieutenant and his baron booking it towards the rowboats.
Rude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only dark inside the lighthouse. Once you step out, you
Yeah.
have the moon, you have the stars, you have things like that. But, like, inside the lighthouse is completely dark. Outside of it, you can still see.
I see. Okay. Gotcha.
I think hearing people like the door, presumably Sarelle will drop the darkness that wasn't supposed to be that dark.
And the baron and his lieutenant are not there. And the two other thugs are looking like, we never wanted to be part of this. He forced us.
That tracks.
I'm
have a
gonna drop wild shape, and now Lillian's just on my shoulders. I'm like,
Yep.
do you want me to cause a storm?
The
Or are we just
tiniest
gonna let
game
him
of
go?
chicken, like the both of you on your shoulders come up maybe to like, Emmett's like nose.
Yeah. I have a quick question because I
Okay.
haven't used these guys yet. I can sacrifice temporarily sacrifice one of my wisps to send a brief message far away. I
Okay.
assume I could not get a response back.
Probably
using
not,
that.
no.
Okay. I think with what's going on, Sorrel's like, we might have had a problem here. Can I also do you care if I mechanically have it the same way but reflavor it to be a little bit cuter in the context?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I love
I think she's gonna gently grab one of her wisps and speak to it, and she's gonna say, okay, so I need you to take a message to Zizi Talia. The Baron was here beating up Bram, and the Baron is headed back to you guys. We're trying really hard. We still have the wand. Okay, bye. And I think she's gonna kind of toss it up in the air, and it'll float off and disappear to send the message.
Fair enough.
I just thought that was cuter than squishing it to send the message.
I'm imagining it like a little soot sprite.
Exactly, yeah, like a little
A
kind
little
of
ghibli
will-o-wisp
soot sprite.
soot spray just floating off.
Mhm.
That felt cuter.
It very cutely floats off.
Yes.
You assume that ZZ Talalia will get the message as soon as that soot sprite gets there. Which is probably actually very fast. Like, we're making fun that it's going slow, but it's probably almost instantaneous.
It floats out the door and then just pew.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just gonna let them go. They are beginning to roll away. They meaning the lieutenant, because the Baron is still mostly paralyzed. Thanks for that,
Do you
Emmett.
guys want me to make the storm, make the fog go bigger, or are we just gonna let them go?
Let's not make the fog grow bigger, but I'm not against a storm depending on how you guys feel.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
Well, we were supposed to deliver the wand, which I just remembered. I don't, as ZZ said, we shouldn't get the wand wet, so we should probably take the wand inside first before I start the storm.
Well, she
That's
just said
very
you couldn't put it in the lake.
We'll be safe though.
Yeah.
Alex, what you got going
Um,
on over there?
Oh, I'm still getting water. At some point, I will be back.
Yeah, tell me when you're back. You tell me when you're back.
When do you how far did I have to go?
I mean, probably just
I
up
imagine
the
I'll-
stairs. There's
I
a small kitchen
imagine-
upstairs, so probably just up the stairs. You probably came back, like during the darkness.
So you'll probably hear. Oh fuck! like, as it just suddenly goes dark, and I'm carrying some water, and I probably stub my toe on something. Like,
Mhm.
and after that, like, I'll just come down, like, just go, like, here you go, Bram. Like,
Thank you.
no problem. And like, and I'll probably just go, like, right, okay, right. I'm sorry to, like, really pursue the point, but with this whole storm, weird, barren stuff, what are we actually trying to do? Like, are we trying to keep them somewhere? Are we trying to sink them? Like, what's the aim?
How DM question? How long would it take for them to get out of our influence?
Influence of.
Like, how long would it take them to get back to shore, back to land, or at least far enough that we couldn't stop them from doing so?
It's not, the lighthouse isn't too far from the land. It probably took you guys maybe like 15-20 minutes of rowing.
Okay.
So from there, and then the jaunt up, you know, if they were going to the clock tower or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
depends. But
Okay. To the two guys who are still saying here, I'm saying, how do you feel about telling the truth?
totally fine. Yeah. Whatever you want to know. Please don't kill us.
All right. Lily, Sarelle, could one of you put on some tea? And he brings out a little jar of honey. Don't ask where he got the honey. But
Oh.
he's like, I got some special honey for this tea, and after we sit down and have a nice relaxing tea together, you guys are gonna tell us what ritual you're trying to do, what he's trying to do, right? Okay, makes sense. You get what I'm putting down?
Yeah, of course, sir. Definitely.
We're all gonna drink the tea. It's not poisonous. It's not gonna hurt you. You can ask us questions too if you want. We have nothing
Okay.
to hide. At least I have nothing to hide.
Tea sounds nice. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
easy enough. There's a, you know, small fireplace, hearth. I'd say
Okay.
in the corner, but the room is round, so. Oh, honey dice.
Rolling my poisoner pool for
Yeah,
the truth
but-
serum.
I figured. I figured that's what
Drop.
he was doing.
2 dice.
Okay.
Man, 6-6. Only was an actual roll.
Oh, man. Womp womp. Okay. Tea is made. And do all of you drink the truth serum tea is the question, I suppose.
I will.
Yeah.
Do we know what it is?
So do all of you drink the truth serum tea? I mean, Emmett was probably pretty upfront about what it was. It was going to be tea with a little bit of the truth serum honey in it.
I mean, yeah, I think Sarelle would.
Okay.
I think Morley got himself some water at the same time, and so he's probably going to be drinking that, and probably wouldn't drink the truth serum anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. Lillian, who is now unbared.
I think Lillian would.
I mean, not that it's gonna come into play at all. I just am curious for, like, you know, just aesthetic reasons.
Yeah,
Mhm,
you're not
mhm.
gonna ask us any deep childhood trauma or anything like that, you know.
Well, I mean, just because it's truth serum doesn't mean that you have to actually talk, you know. It's like zone of truth. You have to tell the truth, but if you don't talk, then you're not telling a lie. You know, you're just not talking. But yeah, everybody who wants tea has some tea. I imagine it's delicious. Does the honey make the tea taste any different? Does it like burn going down? Is it slightly acidic? Like what is, or does it just taste like regular tea?
I think, I mean, obviously it tastes like honey, but I think it is tainted in such a way that if you're magically gifted, or if you have a lot of experience with like, like the equivalent of the FBI guy who sits in a room looking at photographs all day to see which ones have been doctored. That person could probably tell the difference between this honey and normal honey.
Okay.
But like it does taste like honey. It just has that more. You know how regular honey already smells kind of like wet dog. If you like raw honey.
You know, you're not wrong, and I'm mad at you for that.
Yeah. I think it's sort of like that effect where you're like,
Okay.
it doesn't it tastes good, but like there's something sort of funky
Okay.
about it.
Yeah,
Magnified.
interesting. The two gentlemen there don't seem to notice a difference at all since they are not magically gifted. But you guys are sitting around having a lovely little tea party. Bram also takes a little cup of warm tea as well. And yeah, we'll say that does take a little bit of time to work, so after maybe 5 minutes or so, what do you want to ask him?
Okay, Emmett will start by opening.
Just before we start this, I think can we have a tiny bit of a not a retcon, but I probably would have asked Lily if she could go and actually check that the beehive is still there, and if she was able to actually retrieve the wand, if possible.
Okay.
Like kind of as we're like doing
Yeah,
all
of
of
course.
this
As you're
tea-making
drinking
and
tea,
that
as you're getting things ready, yeah, that can be easily done.
like, yeah, just to establish that they haven't literally run into a boat and pissed off with the thing that we were supposed to be protecting.
I hadn't even thought of that, and I'm really mad about it. Damn it.
But yeah, I just wanted to add that before we got into other stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna go out. Do I see the beehive on the tree?
You do indeed see the beehive still on the tree.
Okay.
Seems like they were more concerned with getting the hell away than fighting bees, which mood.
Okay. Would Morty have told her to bring in the wand even if the beehive was there, or just check that it's still there?
Yeah, he probably would have asked to kind of like just at this point, like these two seem to be relatively sedate and under control, and that we may as well have control of the wand, and essentially just give it to Bram like we were supposed to. So at least we've then actually kind of finished that bit, and then we can chat to these guys, relatively speaking, at our leisure.
Okay.
But again, it's more he kind of brings it up and asks if you would be able to. It's not like a command, if you see what I mean.
Okay. I guess she will. She'll turn back into a bear. I'm assuming I have to roll for that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for bear now.
Yeah. I was taking on my other dice because I realized I needed.
Yeah, unless
More.
if you want to make it have no wild talents, you can roll the full pool. If you just want to be like a little black bear, I think we rolled last time that didn't have necessarily wild talents.
Yeah, I'm not looking for anything. I just need to be a bear so that
Okay.
I don't get stinged or get angry by the bees.
Yeah, be a little black bear.
I could calm them though. I could be like,
You'd be like.
I regret my decisions.
It's the worst drinking game watching this is take a shot every time Betsy makes a bad bee joke. You will not last long.
For legal reasons, we don't advise that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do that.
Remember, I remove dice if it's a 1, right?
1, 2s, and 3s.
Do you guys want to know something?
Uh-oh.
I've got a single die left.
Oh no!
Here's the good news. Wait, actually,
Did you make sure
Okay,
to
so I
increase your wild pool? You should be rolling 5 die.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I have a question for you, Ruby. I have a 4. I can make one of your dice not drop. So I could do that now, and then you'd have a 50-50 chance of being able to get a wild talent in the future. Or I could save it for next time to guarantee that you can do something next time.
I think you can save it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, if you're curious, I rolled 2 2s and 2 1s.
Oh no!
Can I
And a
steal
single
those
five.
2 ones? I'll just take them for later.
So you are a bear. It is a little smaller than I think you expected. You're not like the full like 5-foot bear. You're more, like 4 feet, but you do still turn into a bear. You're very cute. And you go and retrieve the wand with your little bear hands. Your bear
Yeah.
hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks for that one, Archer. I appreciate it. So yeah, you have the wand. It is a little bit
Alright.
sticky. It's a little bit sticky and covered in bees. There's a couple that kind of come in along with you, but you have it.
Is this tea made out of lake water purified or?
I mean I stop it. I have I mean yeah, I get water from the lake, but I purify it before drinking it.
Okay. Because Lillian was 100% gonna dip the wand into her tea and to mix in the extra honey the wand currently has in. But if it's lake water, she's not even gonna attempt it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Powerful magical object now is a tea stir. I love it. This is my favorite. Great. Cool. Use my magic items as that.
I think this is a good aesthetic for a character now. Whether it's Lily for the rest of this, or like. Sorry, I don't know why I'm talking. It'd be fun to have a character who just like uses obscenely powerful things or plot relevant things casually and doesn't get what the big deal is and makes everyone around them.
Honestly, yes. Because oh my gosh. But alright, as you guys are all waiting, Bram very cautiously kind of gets to his feet and if you don't need me for a sec, I think I should probably relight the beacon. Just in case somebody needs it. I'll be back in a minute. Begins making his way up to the tip top of the lighthouse. But yeah. They are now truth potioned. What are we doing?
You're probably wondering why I've gathered you all here today.
God. Okay, Hercule Poirot.
I just always wanted to say that, you know? Normally I'm not a community organizer. I just talk to everyone, right? And then somebody else stands up and says that. Thought it'd be fun to say, but it's notably less fun than I expected. Anyway.
No, it was very cool, sir. Yeah, we really appreciated it.
I appreciate it. The idea here is you might be bad people, but I prefer not to assume that, right? I prefer to assume that you're telling the truth and you were forced into this and you would like to go back to your farms. And so I'm inviting the people around here to give you a chance to help us without asking too many deep psychological questions that'll make everyone uncomfortable. Because I think we do need to know the plan and know what's going on. None of us are government functionaries. None of us are penny or coin counters, bean pushers, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can tell you what we know. I don't know if it'll be so helpful, but we can try. What do
you guys think's the most important here, girls and Morley?
Yeah,
in
the chat, Sarelle is currently in the background of this scene, licking the wand. Like a lollipop.
Sorry, did you say something?
The girls, Morley, what do you think's the
mythic magical item now is a lollipop. I love it. It's great.
Yeah. See, Emmett doesn't judge that, but he also doesn't want to interrupt them, you know? You know, when people are in a goofy mood, you let them be goofy. When people are trying to get things done, you help them get things done. So, Morley, uh, what are you most worried about as our resident person who worries about things?
Uh, I'm not really worried about anything, if I'm honest. Um, not massively.
And
Um,
why did you set the ships on
well,
fire? Allegedly.
you mean on a very very grand scale? On that level,
Yeah.
I'm worried about like systemic oppression, like theft from state resources, like that sort of thing. But I don't think these two guys, like, no offense to them, like you might do, lads, but I don't think these two guys have a huge amount of bearing on that. Like I think the person that is mostly responsible is probably the two people that have just pissed off in that boat. But like,
Well, if they were
um,
brought out here to control the mists, they gotta be trusted somehow. They gotta be, at least trusted to keep their mouths shut. You two,
Uh-huh.
who would we talk to about this if you don't have an answer? Sorelle, were you gonna
Sarelle
say
just
something?
had an idea.
Oh dear.
I'm assuming the boat is reasonably far away at this point.
The boat by now is probably at land, I would imagine.
Okay, that's not gonna work. Then never mind. She's like, she's pondering what she could have maybe done to help previously, and is like, wait, And just kind of looked.
Oh, you looked like you had a clever idea for our current situation.
Unfortunately, I think she kind of looks out over the water, realizing that she can't see the little boat anymore. Unfortunately, I think, do you ever have an argument or like discussion with somebody, and then like, like later on, you come up with the perfect comeback, but like it's absolutely useless because the moment's gone? This is one of those, unfortunately. I could have maybe taken the boat down, and then they, left him in the water, but it's fine.
Speaking of story, I'd like to spend story to invoke my crafter background and specifically the wise trade contacts. I want to say that at least one of these guys is somebody who has some connection to the town beyond just like mercenary from far away. Right? At least one of these guys is some sort of bureaucrat or like either actively a trader who I would know or someone who manages a lot of the money going in and out or at least knows, maybe a bookkeeper or something like that. And so like him in particular, I think maybe he doesn't know everything, but like he at least knows where the money flows. He at least knows how is the Baron able to project this much power in a place where nobody likes him.
Absolutely.
Right?
You can, yeah.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely make that happen for sure.
Okay. Can I name him too then?
Absolutely. What do you want to name him?
I'm gonna name him.
Better if you can name him also after a previous ex-boyfriend. But I will not force that on you.
Thing is, I like my ex-boyfriends. I'm like,
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, you can name him whatever then. Whatever. No fun.
Luke Banzage. No, that sounds like Bandage. Luke Banzo.
Luke
that sounds like a
Banzo.
Star Wars name.
I'm into
We're going
it,
Luke
though.
Banzo.
Yep, Luke, probably ran one of the, like, bigger trading houses, before the Baron's takeover, and pretty soon after the Baron kind of established himself, switched allegiances pretty quickly, and they have been, pretty close ever since, for sure. But yeah, definitely somebody that you would know / have interacted with just in your, maybe not day-to-day, but in your, dealings in your life, for sure.
I'll introduce him to the others, saying, well, Luke here, if you wanted to build a ship instead of burning one down, probably somewhere along the line you'd be talking to this guy. And presumably the Baron or whoever will be wanting to build some more ships. And so
We did hear that there was an accident at the dockyard earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Before we left, kind of saw something going on out that way.
what are some of the Baron's high priorities other than walking around being a jerk, right? Like what's going on here? Is this sort of a routine thing? Is why are you guys out here without a whole host? What's
Which question do you want me to answer first? Just
I'm not good at asking questions. Anyone else here have an idea of what we want to know?
I'm happy to answer all of them. I just don't know which one to answer first.
Well, first, why are you out here?
Well, we were out here because we heard that Bram was the current owner of the Wand of Water Lilies that the Baron needed for his ritual, and asked us to come along. I guess we were the only sober ones nearby, and he scooped us up, bring us along on this task. We didn't expect any sort of resistance. We thought that we'd just be able to get the wand and leave, but clearly that didn't happen quite how we wanted it to. But
What do you tell you about the ritual?
He mentioned wanting to control the specters in some way, either make them stronger or be able to control their movements. I'm not his deepest confidant, but I'm high enough to know at least a little bit. You hear things here and there. You might listen at a door or two and figure some things out. But I don't know the exact workings of the ritual. Just that the wand would have helped in that.
You know what? While we're chatting and everybody else is thinking of big important things to help here, what's your personal take on the Baron? Since you work pretty closely with him, what's your vibe?
He's a bit of an asshat, but he pays well.
Think he's good for the town? Think he does good things?
Socially or economically?
Both.
Socially, probably not so much. He has turned a lot of people against him with his policies. I mean, economically, the town's doing well. Establishing trade routes with other cities. The coffers are pretty full, so...
Well, for who?
Us.
Indeed. That may well be why they're that society and economics is linked, but right. Sorry, Sarelle. Did you have any other questions? Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in.
No, this is a team effort. It's all good.
It's a tea effort.
It's a tea effort. Yes.
I'm proud of that one. Thank you.
I'm proud of you too. Yes. No, we're working together. I think that's some good insight. Internally at this moment, Sarelle is like, does he think I have a plan? I'm throwing spaghetti at the wall. Am I supposed to have a plan? just playing it cool on the outside.
I'm so glad. Also, I'm so glad that somebody else uses the phrase "throw spaghetti on the wall" because the amount of times I've had to explain that phrase is unimaginable. Yeah.
It's such a good phrase. It describes things so perfectly.
Yeah, it's how you know spaghetti is cooked properly. Throw it at the wall, and if it cooks properly, it sticks.
Yeah.
And so you just throw spaghetti. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you gotta throw a bunch of things at the wall before something sticks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like with spaghetti, maybe we're cooking.
God.
All right.
One thorn on all your
Okay.
rolls coming forward.
That's valid. That's fair. All right. So, do we think I don't know if I have like that many more questions for you guys. If I'm being honest, do we want to blow this popsicle stand and head back and maybe talk to Zizi Talalia and see what they think about the situation? I did send a message.
Right. Do you mind if I talk to him for a second?
Oh, please, by all
Maybe a
means.
little bit longer than that.
There's a look of relief on Sarelle's face. Absolutely, that sounds like a great idea.
Oh, Sarelle.
So I'll put my cup down, and then I'll pull up a chair. Like I'll probably actually spin it around and sit on it backwards.
I was just about to ask.
And I'll just
God,
and
I
I'll just
love
look at them
Morley.
and just go, okay, so like, right, clarity. You were here to get the wand, yeah?
Yes.
Like you just said that like it was useful. Does that mean it's key? As in he has to have it, or there is still a threat to this town? Because he can still do it anyway, as far as you know.
I believe that he had been having some trouble with it, and came to get the wand to help. I imagine the ritual could still go forward without it. It'd be a little more unstable. Not quite my
Okay.
knowledge. I know money. I don't know magic circles and
Yeah,
stuff.
no, that's cool. That's cool, fella. Don't worry about it. Like anything is helpful. So, like, to your knowledge, where was this ritual going to take place?
Probably at the clock tower. That's where he spends most of his time.
Sweet. But and
The younger one, the other younger one, you know, just like a little bit of stubble, like he's trying to grow the mustache in, but like not doing a great job of it. Just, yeah, I mean, if I were a creepy dude, I would do my creepy shit at the top of a tower. Isn't that normally where creepy dudes hang out?
yeah, that all street corners in long coats, mate. And so, I suppose other questions like, do you actually truly believe that this individual, seeing as he is potentially going to unleash the fog on us, is actually best for this town or not? Do you think it's actually best for the people, not just you because you're getting all the money? Do you think this is actually what the people of this place want?
And let me say this for you too. And how about for you? Is getting all the money worth living in a town like this? Because I mean, I don't know what your life was like before, but the town used to be a lot more fun. We had potluck every Thursday.
God, town-wide potluck. I'm here for it.
Half the town came.
I'm gonna make a story roll to see if he does truly believe that the Baron is actually good for the town.
Sorry, I'm going to make myself 100% clear now.
No, I get it.
What I am actually doing is using agitate, which is a version of
Okay.
sermons,
Okay.
to pull off potent feats of persuasion in the name of your beliefs.
Okay.
Like commanding a crowd to bring the Duke to judgment, or showing goblins the glorious road. So literally commanding a crowd to bring the Duke to judgment is specifically called out as one of the things that it is capable of doing.
Okay, sexy. I'm into it.
So the only question, like, I am sorry, it's in the
I'm looking at it. Yeah.
sermons in the cleric. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up.
Like, I've just changed the name of it to agitate because it kind of suits.
Yeah,
my
no, that makes
character
total sense.
More and more what they're about.
Yeah.
Like, and so the only question is whether we've had enough time talking to these so that it kind of counts as if I've been given time or not. But I'm happy to also be spending the push to do it on the spot. I genuinely don't mind. but like what Morley is actually trying to do is essentially make it so so that they are open to like, yes, they've got the truth serum, but they're even more open to kind of just telling us whatever they know.
Okay.
And then he actually wants to work towards getting them to stay here to help secure the lighthouse just in case, and to help keep Bram safe if Bram is comfortable with that.
Beautiful, yeah.
Like essentially after they've given us all the information, as well. Essentially, I'm trying to turn them to our side.
Yeah,
So like
absolutely.
other contacts that they might know that like that will help, like that could help us, or like or if we're likely to get into a clock tower in a certain way, like that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that makes that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, we can say that with, your questions here, maybe you kind of like lead them along a little bit, and eventually he just, I mean, he's not great for the town, honestly. He just he throws around a lot of money. He has magic. I don't know that what we can do.
Yeah. Well, he has magic. Well, like if we were, well, you saw what literally the four of us could do, like
True.
if he was not ready and fully prepared. So like I'm sure that we can deal with him. Like, but hopefully, as I demonstrated earlier, like I'm not a killer. Like I don't want to just go around like murdering people or killing people. I want to try to like, and I think my companions here do as well. Like we want to try and free the town from this influence. Like we don't want you to be poorer. Like
I don't want to be poor either.
That's not the aim. Like and like so. For instance, I'll be honest with you. Like attacking the ships was a way of making a point and trying to undermine his power. It wasn't about trying to hurt anybody or like or trying to actually like damage any of this town's trade. Like it was trying to get to him and make a scene, kind of. But like anything that you can do to help us, like helps stop this individual. Like,
I mean, I can probably.
and if you can secure this site as well,
I can.
that would be fantastic.
Or also help move past that after we stop this individual. Because like we said, we can do that one way or another. But the world doesn't just need good guys who take out the bad guy, right? The world also needs slightly less bad guys to rebuild the ships, collect the taxes that nobody likes.
I've been perfectly honest in all of my dealings.
Right.
With the townsfolk. Right. I'm not a bad guy.
Well, I mean...
I don't think I'm a bad guy.
I wouldn't say either, but, like, some people, they hear taxes, their throat starts clenching. Anyway, my point is, you might know someone who could do the Baron's job, but without all the stuff that Morley's talking about. Right? And that'd be a big help, too, if you could start talking to that person, getting them involved.
Yeah, or possibly even, like, I don't want to be radical here, but possibly even, we just don't actually have a Baron or need one. We can, like organize by ourselves, possibly via some sort of voting process, or something similar.
You're looking at. I mean, Emmett's here looking at Morley like, you want me to care about politics? You want me
Jeez.
to take any agency in my
Gosh.
But we could cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, but from the sounds of it, it's stopping this fella from doing whatever he wants to do in a clock tower.
If you need us to stay here and secure here, we can certainly help. There is if you don't want to just, unless you want to, barge down in the front doors of City Hall, I can give you the key to the back, if it would help. Maybe slip past the guards and things who are still there. It just leads to a little, like a servant's staircase that goes up the floors of the back of the building.
I mean, that would be fantastic, I think.
Pulls out a thick key ring and kind of sorts through and hands you a little silver key, and the top of it, like the handle part of the key, is like a little clock. It's like etched in. That might help.
Like, I mean, genuinely, like, thank you for listening, and I think I've made my point. But like,
absolutely, yeah.
If anybody else had anything that they'd want to add, or any other questions to ask, sorry.
I think I'm questioned out. I think ready to. Yeah, I guess the only question I have is for us. She casually waves around uber magical wine. It's now free of honey.
A gray streak appears in Zizi's hair. Their previously very rich cerulean blue hair now has a big old chunk of gray in it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna wave that around and then be like, so do we I feel like we should still maybe leave this here. And she like looks over at Bram and then at the rest of the crew and is like, or do we bring it back?
I think we should give it to Bram. That's what Zizi wanted us to do in the first place.
That feels right. Wait, are you still a bear? Or did you drop it?
That's actually
You
a
know
good
what?
question.
I never said I dropped it.
Mostly because I think she was gonna like say something about if we were keeping it, that she like was gonna try to put it like in Lillian's hair and be like, yeah, it's too short now, we can't put it there.
Jeez.
So, I think I'll just look at you and go like, I'm quite happy to keep it if we have to. Like, is it worth us? Is Bram in the room? Sorry.
Yeah, he can be back in the room
Or
at this
is he?
point.
Or is he like?
Very, very
like,
quietly, kind of sitting in the back, nursing his wounds.
And so like, but I suppose we could ask Bram if he wants to have it. Like just in case, because I don't know what like earlier might have done, you know.
I wouldn't mind keeping hold of it if you think it might keep it out of the Baron's hands. I doubt he's going to be coming back here tonight, at least.
Okay. I think at this point Sarelle is like, we've talked a lot. We're rolling on. So she's just gonna casually take, again, uber magical wand, and hand it to Bram. Be like, here you go. I guess, I don't know. Turn the light off, shine the light on the village if you need us or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And just hands it over to him and is like, okay, is everybody ready to go? Oh, wait. Lillian, do you still have the box? Is that in the boat? Should we...
Or is it...
Logan will drop her wild shape.
Let's say, is it morphed into the bear form somehow?
I think it would have. It was. She's gonna reach into her bag and she's gonna pull it out.
Hold on. For comedy, could you just like grunt and then like Sarelle reaches over into your fur and just like mysteriously pulls out the box?
No.
We'll cover that.
Sorry, we don't have to do that. We can keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that's gross.
No, just what makes it up. Just
Okay, that's good.
have this.
I don't know which is worse.
Guys, when Betsy never wants to play with us again,
Look back
to
on this moment right here. But no, you cannot just reach into the bear fur and pull out a box. That's weird.
That's valid, but entertaining.
Entertaining indeed, yes.
Okay, alright. Box given to Bram. Lillian de-bared for the moment. Let's rock and roll. Let's get in the boat.
Yeah, I think the last thing I'd do is just double check with Bram he's okay. Like, tell him that these individuals seem to be, you know, obviously have their problems and issues, but seem to be pretty much on the straight and narrow. Like, and are going to just stay here simply just to make sure that if anybody does come back, he's not by himself and doesn't get his teeth kicked in again. Or
He definitely appreciates it. Yeah.
Resistance to that. But then otherwise he will be with Sarelle and just going, yeah, okay, cool, like, let's go.
Good enough.
I'll probably actually turn to Sarelle and just go, like, you said you sent a message to Zizi. Do you wanna like go over there and pop in just very quickly and see what's going on?
I think we should. Zizi seems to know more about what's going on. I mean, they had the wand to begin with, so I think that would be wise.
And they were being spied on.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. Let's go. We should go check in on them.
Yeah, cool. Do you have a back door? Oh, we used the back door to hide in there. No, that was the pub. Do you have a back door to that premises, so that we can kind of get in there just in case they're watching the front still?
I think the tea shop.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like there probably would be, like, in the back for like deliveries and stuff.
Or the alley, you know.
Yeah,
alley
sure.
path.
Yeah.
I'm in the window.
Yeah, that can be there.
Sweet. Well, yeah. Let's go then, and we'll sneak in through the back.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have enough space? Yeah, we probably have enough space in the boat for these two guys.
Do you want to
Take
bring them
them
back?
back,
I thought you were
take
going to
them.
leave them there.
We're gonna
They're staying,
leave
I think.
the two guys on the clock tower island, on the watchtower, on the lighthouse island.
Yeah. I think that was the plan.
I think that they were gonna protect Bran. I think that was the plan.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Morley used the like potent persuasion and got them to like see our side of things. Got them to switch teams.
And okay, and the goal, or I mean okay, so they're just gonna hang out here till this all blows over. Okay. All right, carry on.
To be fair, they were not the ones beating Bram up, so it was the lieutenant doing
Yeah,
it.
no, I mean, if Morley trusts them, I trust them. They had truth tea, whatever. Morley's a good speaker.
Fair enough. All right, we head back to the tea house. All right, so we
Do
leave.
you want us to help lead into that for you? Because we can literally just do a yeah. So we walk out the building,
Yeah, if you'd like
So
to, go
I will
ahead.
probably be still chatting to Sarelle as we walk out the building, and essentially going back towards the boat.
Should I
sorry.
make it so that there's a mist so it kind of covers our like silhouettes and stuff a bit more?
Yeah, we can do that. Like, just give me like 2 moments to just enjoy the light of the lighthouse, and then we can go all misty and stealth back to the bank, to the other bank, to town. You know.
All right, so you're wanting to use. What do you want to do here?
Okay, so for my herbs for today, which I didn't announce earlier, I ended up with moonbud for my minor potion, and then mistwood for my major. So I want to use my mistwood. I think, Sarelle, do you think you could light this a little? And I'm gonna give you a bunch of like herbs that are wooden, but like it's like also at the same time kind of flowy, you know. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Like a willow branch,
Could she
kind of.
lighten them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said could she lighten them?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it causes like a smoke to appear. So you
Um,
have fire, don't you? I can't remember if you do.
Not really, but we could have some shadow come out. I could
I got a lighter
create
here,
some
guys.
decay. Like,
Yeah, I imagine both of the boys immediately
Okay.
whip their lighters out. Like, here you go.
Yeah, I was smoking earlier, so I've definitely got something on me to light something somewhere.
And so because it starts to smoke, and this is my major one, I
Mhm.
think it costs us a lot. But to really give it like a good like fog coming into land from the ocean type of thing, I'm gonna use my my primordial bonds.
Okay.
Do you think it would be both a water and air primordial for this, or do you think it'd just be air?
You tell me. You tell me one way or the other.
Right. Okay. I think the definitely air to spread it out, but
Okay.
I think I will combine both of them
Okay.
so that it becomes a little bit more wet and looks a bit more natural.
Okay. So what is your bond with air and water?
They are for air. Let me double check this.
Yeah,
For
make sure
air,
we're...
it's deep respect,
Okay.
and for water, it's deep camaraderie.
Okay. So go ahead and roll presence to call on the elements.
Okay.
So roll... Let me know which one you're rolling for, too, by the way.
Okay. I'm gonna roll first for air.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes.
Mhm.
Ooh, I got a perfect for air.
Nice. And then for water?
For water, I got a messy.
Okay. All right. So you call on these elements. How do you call on the elements actually? Do you just like shout into the breeze? Do you what's your process here?
I feel like singing would be a good thing here.
I love it.
Like I think like when she's singing for air, it's more like musical, more like I don't know what's the other word for airy. Is it lyric or something like that? You know, like more lyrical.
Okay.
For water, I feel like it would be more echoey, kind of because it's kind of spraying through water. You know.
Very nice. Yeah. So
Siren song.
yeah, essentially. So you're singing this song, and to the other three of you, it seems like at one point that she is singing kind of harmony with herself as she shifts between air and water. As she brings in the lower tones of that. But you call on those, and the air begins to kind of swirl around you guys, picking up that fog. The water rises up a little bit from the lake and mixes with it, and you now have your own little fog bank. It also smells delicious because the mistwood probably smells real good, so. What's that face for, Megan? Don't hate on my
Whoa.
herbs.
no, I like it. I was thinking, if you must know, I was thinking about what exactly Mistwood would actually like look like.
Fair enough.
I was imagining like nutmeg until you said willow branch. I was
Or
imagining,
like the leaves
that
of it
you
are almost
killed.
like translucent, maybe. You know,
Ooh, that's really pretty.
it's like bound up like
I've
when you
heard-
like sage scrub, you know, but it's like just these translucent leaves all kind of bound together.
Yeah.
I was kind of imagining, you know,
Yeah,
from
you-
the air genasi hair, like it's kind of like somehow it's solid, but at the same time it's just air floating right there.
Very
Floating
good,
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your call. I mean, it's your herb, so yeah, just some very floaty strands of like. Seems like it
Imagine a
shouldn't
bush
be
or a field
physical,
with that.
but huh? Imagine a
So
what?
you imagine like cat, like if it grows in a marsh instead of
Uh-huh.
cattails, there's like
Oh,
instead of
that
like
would be cool.
there's like
Yeah, just
mist.
the
It looks
streams
like
of.
like mist hanging, but then you get closer and you can like pick the individual
Oh,
bits.
cool, yeah. Like instead of like the algae or the lichen like coming down from the trees, it's just like these strands of like physical air.
Ooh, yeah.
That's good, that's good. So you build up this little fog bank. And you, unless anybody else wants to do anything, speak now. You build this up and you begin,
Just row back.
yeah, rowing back to shore. The lighthouse is now lit once again. and you hear the clock tower chime the hour behind you. But aside from that, all is still and all is well. And I guess we have one more episode, so we will pick that up in a